Yeah. I mean, the way to say this would be in the Middle Ages, if people wrote something down, it was because they believed it was important. So you can get into the idea, and I know this is one of the things you want to talk about, was the idea of the medieval book, the idea of the medieval tale, right? So in the Middle Ages, if somebody wrote something down, there's an economic cost associated with that. So most writing, I would say almost all writing done in Western Europe is done on parchment or on vellum, which comes from a dead animal, not just any dead animal. You can't just use like an old sick cow that was going to be useless anyway. You really got to use a young animal because the skin's got to be flexible and workable and everything to stretch and scrape and stretch and scrape and stretch and scrape, and then finally cut it down and stretch it again and scrape it again, like to get this piece of animal hide to a place where it's something you could actually use as a page in a book. And we can't, I mean, the only way to understand this is to actually go and do it yourself. And if somebody has the time and the space and neighbors who don't mind stinking animal hides in their backyard, I really encourage you to like go out and like go down to the local butcher or whatever and get a piece of hide and try to make one page. Like, you can look up how to do this on the internet. There are videos on YouTube. There are a lot of people who are into this. Try to make one page and just see how much work that is. And then so take the tremendous amount of time into account. And by the way, if you're like an apprentice scribe, let's say you're a young monk at a monastery and you want to work in the scriptorium, your job for the first few years of your apprenticeship, or your first few years of your novitiate or whatever, is you don't get to write. You don't get to learn how to write. You have to learn first how the paper is made. You got to learn how quills, how pens are made, how ink is made, right? And you had to learn to do all of those things before they would even let you start, copying the alphabet. So if you're a literate person, if you're a man of letters, so to speak, you're significantly invested in the whole process, right? So you've got a tremendous amount of time that goes into this, but keep in mind that it's a young animal that has to be killed. So there's also a huge, in economic terms, we would call it, say, like lost economic opportunity, right? If I kill a young sheep or I kill a young calf to make a few pieces of paper out of their skin, then that's a cow or a sheep that I can't raise. I can't eat them later. I can't breed them later. They can't. Sorry, there's a little background noise. Kids are sort of getting up and getting out of the house and stuff. So I can't kill that sheep. I can't make cheese with its milk. I can't breed it. I can't sell it, etc. Like, the only thing that this animal gives its entire life to, basically, is to this book, right?